brought forward from May 14. So in other words, at the end of May, he still owed me 2,445 Rand. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. Transactions for June. So we are now working in the month of June. On the 21st, Lambden Traders issued invoice number 324, issued invoice. That tells me it goes to which journal? My DJ, because my source document that is used to record a credit sale is an invoice. Okay, well, the duplicate invoice. 9 pairs of sandals supplied at 186 Rand per pair. Profit markup on cost price is 60%. So this is I showed you earlier what the invoice looks like. So we can see it says invoice, which tells us it must go to the DJ. So remember that you have to calculate the sales and cost of sales amount. Okay, hopefully you remember the formulas. If you don't, I'll quickly write them down. So if I'm looking for my selling price equals cost price over 1 times 100 plus percentage divided by 100. If I'm looking for my cost price, I will need to have my selling price divided by 1 times 100 divided by 100 plus percentage. Okay, now grade 9s get confused about whether the percentage should be at the top or the bottom. Just remember that selling price, everything is in a straight line. So my numbers that I'm entering, my cost price and my percentage, is all in a straight line. And when I'm looking for my cost price, my numbers that I'm entering are crossed from one another. So that's how you know your percentage will then jump to the bottom. Alright, so there they show us how to calculate the cost price and selling price. So we can see here, cost price equals selling price over 1. Basically the formula I just explained. And our cost price is 1,046 Rand and 25 cents. Okay, so then we've worked out our cost price and we know what our selling price was, because we can see that there 1674. Right, so look, here's my debtors journal, document number 324 on day 21. Who is the debtor? J. Doolan, and he is D1. They've allocated D1, debtor number 1, to J. Doolan. Sales, my selling price was 1674 because that's what it said on the invoice. And then we used our formula to calculate our cost of sales. All right. So now let's move to activity 7.1. And let's actually try this. Okay, activity 7.1. Page 47 in your accounting books and page 72 in your textbooks, please. Okay, so let's read this. Okay, record the following transactions in the DJ. Now we know a debtor's journal is where I record credit sales of Trendy Stores for April 2013. Trendy Stores marks their goods at cost plus 45%. So in other words, my markup percentage is 45%. The following clients have applied for and were granted credit. So these people are my debtors. S. Shumwe, Almane, and G. Jezi. The credit term is 30 days. So in other words, they have 30 days, 1 month, to pay this amount. If we go over to page 73, we'll see that there are the transactions. Transactions for April 2013. Issued invoice number 01. Issued invoice, Q over there. Issued invoice number 01 for 382 Rand and 80 cents to GJZ for goods sold on credit. So that is telling me, this is my clue, debtor's journal, because it's goods sold on credit. Okay, on credit, meaning that I did not receive the money. That cannot go to my CRJ, because CRJ means that I received money. Okay, so let's go and record that. Oh, just a quick for you. So yeah, can you see they haven't told us who is D1, D2, and D3. So whenever they give you this balance or this list of who your creditors are, whatever order it is in, you just assume D1, D2, D3. Right. Okay, so we are going to record this transaction. My document number is 01 on day 4. My debtor is Jazzy, and his folio number is D1. And then it says there, if we look, sales. So what was my selling price? Well, it says here that we sold goods on credit for 382 Rand and 80 cents. So that is my selling price. Enter that into your sales column, 382,80. Okay, then what do we have to work out? My cost of sales. So how do we do that? We are going to say, use my formula, selling price 382 Rand and 80 cents divided by 1 times 100 divided by 100 plus percentage. And they told us that our percentage was 45. So 382.80 divided by 1 times 100 divided by 145. And that gave me a cost of sales of 264. So remember, grade 9s, that your cost of sales amount should always be smaller than your selling price. Okay, because remember, you have to make a profit. You can't sell it for less than what you paid for it, or more than what you, less than what you paid for it. Okay, I'm going to ask please that you post the transactions on the 19th and the 24th by yourself, and then the next video I will post the answers. Please try and do this by yourself and work it out. So please take note that it says there's sold goods with a cost price. Okay, so you have to work out the selling price. Goods sold on credit to Al Monet, and that gives me my selling price. Okay, so please do this quickly before you watch the next video, and then mark your work.